If I didn't have a lot of bags already, I probably would have gone for these, but I need to be good. Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. So this is actually overdue. I wanted to kind of combine this with my recent vlog that I did, or I haven't edited it yet, but I did get a chance to go away to Hawaii and Las Vegas just a couple of weeks ago, and this was coinciding with the launch of the Chanel Metiers collection for 2022, which is 22A. So I did get to see a couple of things, and you know, I was there for the launch. And I thought I'd share some new and upcoming things with you. Usually when I do these collection reviews, I kind of go through the app and the website and kind of screen record me browsing through the app, and then I upload it. Sometimes that takes a little bit of time, and also I'll pick and choose because not everything is on the website. And so I thought I'd go through and then show you some clips of what I got to try on in person. I wasn't in Toronto. Well, no, I was in Toronto when it launched here, but we did have a pretty good launch because we ended up getting a lot of the stock, you know, at a consistent time versus, you know, a lot of the times the collections would sort of trickle in, you know, like I didn't even get some of my 22S stuff until 22A launched. So it was kind of crazy, but now it looks like things are coming in. So I'll share with you clips, and maybe I'll do the Hawaii vlog at another time. I thought this is just a little bit more, you know, relevant for the time being. So I was there in Hawaii. I was in Las Vegas, and then I went to Hawaii, and then I came back to Las Vegas, and then flew to Toronto. So when I was in Hawaii, that's when the launch happened in Chanel, and I was told, hey, like, you know, the Waikiki store will have a lot of stock. It's a big store. And I was like, great. And I went, and it looked underwhelming, the stock. You know, I went in the day of launch. There was a lineup and it got crazy afterwards, but there wasn't a lot of stock, to be honest, and it looked as though everything may have been pre-sold because I went the day before and I saw people previewing stuff in the corner, kind of, you know, I was like, I see what you're doing there. So but there wasn't a whole lot. Like, I was actually quite surprised. So actually I saw a lot more when I came back to Las Vegas because some days had elapsed, and so more stock had come in. And just so you know, there is no Hawaii. Like, everybody talks about luxury shopping in Hawaii, and I guess, like, as a Canadian, it didn't seem worth it, at least for the things that I like. There's no Hawaiian pricing. Apparently for Louis Vuitton and Dior there is Hawaiian pricing, especially on handbags. So that was, you know, I was told, like, the Lady Dior can even be like 15% off retail of mainland, and then you take advantage of the low tax rate in that state. So if you are from the US, I'm pretty sure it's worth it for you, but as a Canadian, maybe not so much, because at this point in time, pricing of Chanel and Hermes is actually more in the US before taxes than Canada. So it's not the, you know, it's not like you're getting any saving or anything like that, especially for us right now. But it was nice to go take a look. So we're gonna go through some things I saw, and then we'll go through the app, anything that I think is a showstopper this season. So Metiers is, you know, representing more like fall, winter. There's a lot of opulence. I really do love these collections. Of course, the ready-to-wear is beautiful. It does tend to be pricier because there's a lot more embroidery and intricacies that are involved. A lot more of the fine art of designing clothing goes into this collection, so it does get a little bit pricey. So when I was in Hawaii, there really wasn't any ready-to-wear, really. They had some stuff that I ended up getting on sale here, but the US didn't have any sales, so sales is going to be another topic altogether. I'll let you know anything I hear about Canada, but apparently in the US sales have stopped. Or discontinued till the future. So I did see some old pieces, and I'm like, this was in the sale in Canada, and I got it on sale. But when it comes to colors, there are a lot of beautiful jewel colors for this collection, and if you are into jewel tones, this is a great collection. The green in this collection is stunning. It's as vivid as my trendy CC. There is no trendy CC in this collection. It's all Coco Handle, but I don't think there is a trendy CC in this. They usually alternate, but the green is stunning. I saw it in the 19, and the 19, let me tell you, if I didn't have two 19s already, I would have probably bought that one. And if I didn't have the green trendy CC, it is stunning, especially with the lambskin and the gold, yellow gold hardware. Absolute perfection and so stunning. So these jewel colors look amazing on smooth leathers such as lambskin. Calfskin will take the hue a little bit differently, but if you really want that saturated, vivid punch of color, you need to go for lambskin. Caviar textured calfskin is just not going to cut it when it comes to these tones. So there was, in the classic flap range, I did see a very vivid purple. It was kind of like a Barney purple, and if you are into that like the royalty sort of purple, this is the purple for you. Very beautiful. I mean, if I didn't have a lot of bags already, I probably would have gone for these, but I need to be good. There's a beautiful fuchsia pink that I was excited about because I love fuchsia pink. I mean, you might not be able to tell, but in my daily wear I wear a lot of black and white, but I love a really good hot pink, and Chanel has been bringing out a lot of pastels. Pastel pinks do really, really well. But I was really basically I wanted the same color as my nails. And this is more blue tone and fluorescent, but like they really did it well with this magenta pink. So I was in a bit of a debate with myself because I do have a hot pink classic flap in caviar leather, and I needed it to be different enough for me to even purchase that. So Hawaii didn't have a lot of stock. I think they pre-sold stuff, to be honest. But in the States, when I was there in Las Vegas, I mean, I have access to 3 boutiques and one in Neiman Marcus. And Neiman Marcus was still doing some pre-sale, so they didn't have a lot of stock on the shelf because they actually said, we're going through our phone orders, and if somebody rejects something, it'll be on the shelf. In the other boutiques, I digress. But in the other boutiques, what's happening in the States, I don't know if it's happening in Canada, I didn't ask, but they're really enforcing a 1 bag per month limit, which what normal person buys a bag 12 times a year, right? And 1 small leather good per month. And when a new collection launches, they will not allow phone orders or remote orders sales. So you have to be in the boutique to purchase it. And beyond that, and that exists for I think about a week, if not 2 weeks. And apparently for classics, I was told at one of the boutiques, you actually have to be in the boutique to purchase the classic. You can't remote order that. I don't know if that's true all around. That's what I was told. So I was looking at, they didn't have any classic flaps in the fuchsia yet. It didn't come in. They had ordered it in a small. That color didn't come in a mini with top handle, which would have been really nice. But anyway, I took my classic flap in because it's in caviar, and I looked at the reissue mini 2.55, and again the fuchsia pink is stunning on it, but again it's not going to be the same vibrancy as it would be on lambskin. So I'll show you. Actually, I saw I won't show you yet. But I compared them and I looked at caviar small leather goods, just kind of see the difference, and the caviar just looked dull. I've even seen it in person here. Beautiful color on its own, but if you compare it to something like lambskin, such as on the 22 bag, it's going to be different. So we'll get into that, but I mean, really, really stunning color, fuchsia pink. And they also had the dark beige. So I saw the dark beige in the classic flap and in a tote. At first I wasn't a fan. I was like, this is kind of like a dirty clay color, kind of cool tone. It kind of reminds me of a tube from Hermes, but a little bit lighter. But in itself, I think it's a beautiful color. When I look back on it, it's a very nice neutral. I think that if you don't have any neutral colors in your collection, this would be a beautiful bag. I have enough beige, something similar in similar color family, so I don't really need another sort of neutral handbag. but I think if somebody's really looking for it, it is beautiful. There is a beautiful navy blue. It's like a royal blue, again, really rich, opulent colors, which really reflect the idea behind the collection. Stunning, absolutely stunning with the gold hardware. There is a dark gray. When I'm not really into a lot of grays, but it was a nice gray. It was very neutral. So definitely if you are into that, that's nice. I was excited for the yellow, but when I was seeing pictures on Instagram, it leaned a bit too golden and mustard for what I was looking for. I was more into the bright yellows of summer, so looking at more like spring summer 2022 color that they released. That was a beautiful yellow that I was looking for, something vibrant. This one, it is a beautiful golden yellow. I would say it's more of like a turmeric color, which is quite flattering on South Asian skin tones or olive skin tones. But it wasn't something that I was necessarily looking for myself, so I wasn't planning on buying it, but it did exist in a mini with top handle, which I did not see. Now I didn't see I was hoping to see some of the jewel tones that I mentioned, such as the emerald green and the yellow and the purple and the blue in lambskin, because I think lambskin really, the color just hits different on lambskin. I know some people are afraid of lambskin, but you just don't get that vibrancy of the color in caviar if you compare it to lambskin. So I was hoping to see it in a mini with top handle. I didn't see any. I think it does exist, but I didn't see any in person. I did see a black mini with top handle in person, just sitting there. And I'm standing there in Vegas and I'm like, someone needs to buy that. Like, so you can actually see stock on the shelf, which was great because, I mean, I'm kind of liking this new system. I mean, it kind of sucks for people who live far from the boutique and may not be able to get to a boutique for whatever reason because they have other obligations, but it was nice to be able to see stock in the store. Whereas before, you know, when stuff will get pre-sold or people do phone orders, because they never used to really do that before. They only kind of really started doing that for people when the pandemic hit, right? So they're kind of getting back to, you know, leaving stuff on the shelf for people to see, so I could actually see things. So I really liked that, you know, because usually launch day, like there's really nothing left or things get sold, and it was nice to see all these items because you can actually look in, like if you're not particularly looking for something and you walk in, you're like, oh, that's interesting, like I didn't know that existed, and then you can take a look at it in person, and if you wanted to buy it, you can buy it, right? So I didn't see, yeah, so the mini with top handle I saw in black, which was this season. I did see a patent black mini reissue 2.55 with the So Black hardware. Again, I think that is definitely a hot piece. I'm a little bit wary of patent leather. I don't have any patent items. Do I? I guess maybe patent-ish. But this is like really patent leather, and again, I don't need another mini black bag. What I did see, and what was brought to my attention in Hawaii, is this. It's a belt bag. I've been wearing this. I've been enjoying it. I didn't know that this existed. This is kind of like a glazed, I think this is a lambskin. I'll correct it if it's not, but I think it's a glazed lambskin. So it's not quite patent, but it is wonderful. There is a zip compartment. It fits a whole lot, like fits my sunglasses, fits money, card holder, key holder, everything, phone. Then there's this pocket here, which is really easy to get into. It has a little AirPods holder, but I put my car key fob in there. And then it does have this chain and belt strap. Now I can wear it crossbody on its longest setting, like really high crossbody, and I like that look. But if I wanted to wear it along my waist, I would have to make some holes so that I can make it tighter because it is a bit loose on me. So I had no idea this is a really hot piece. Apparently people are looking for it. I had no idea. Canada, I don't think they ordered it, but I'll put the item code if any of you are looking for it. This sort of material did come in a backpack, which I saw, which was really nice, and that was in the States. But I had already bought this, so I couldn't buy any other bags. People like me need limits, okay? but so do resellers. But it was nice to see this, and I had no idea this was coming in the collection, didn't see any photos of it online, and the sales associate, because there was nothing really there on launch day, they brought this out and were like, oh, there's this belt bag, and then I don't really have a fanny pack, and I'm like, this will be for my fancier hikes. So I really do enjoy this. I'll you know, do a review on it. The backpack, the AirPods case is actually detachable, so there's a clip that comes off and you can clip it to anything else that you like, which is really cool. So really enjoying this. It has like champagne gold hardware and everything. So if any of you are looking for this, maybe you can ask for it. I'll try to put the item, I think I took a picture of the tag, so I'll maybe insert it here if any of you are interested. Going back to the fuchsia pink, I saw the 22 in the fuchsia pink. I also saw the 22 in caramel, which is the same color code as the famous, you know, 21P and then the 22S caramel NB356. They also brought it out in a 19. I don't think I took a photo of that, but I saw it in the 19. It was really nice. The color hits different on the 19 lambskin than it does on the 22 lambskin. It looked really nice on the 22, and you know, I already have a 22 in coral, which I did take with me and I enjoyed you know, taking with me on the trip. The fuchsia looks amazing on the 22. I tried it on in the small size, and the small isn't so small. It's actually a pretty nice size. Really stunning, and if I didn't have a 22 already, I would probably have liked to buy that. It did come in black, of course, with the gold hardware. Tempted, but again, don't need right now. And I did see it in the white as well. I think it exists in the green. It should. I think I've seen photos. I didn't see it in person, but in the green, again, with that yellow gold hardware, it really looks nice. And the fuchsia, going back to the fuchsia. So I walked in and I went to one of the boutiques there, and I was just looking, like, you know, pre-shopping and seeing if any of this stuff is going to be in Toronto, right? Because if I can buy it here, then that's good, right? Like, why lug things back and then deal with import and all that, right? So, you know, if I saw something, I would message sales associates here and be like, will we be getting this? Is this something that I should be buying here, or can I buy it there? And they'll let me know we should be getting a piece or 2 pieces or whatnot. So I was like, great. I walked in and I was asking for the to see if they got the fuchsia classic flap, because I wanted to see it in person. And even though I saw long wallets and SLGs, and I kind of already knew that the color in the caviar wasn't different enough from what I already have. And then, like, in the drawer, like, they were pulling out, I was looking for something else, and I saw this guy. It's not actually closed, but here, let me present it to you first. This is a vanity case. I don't own a vanity case. This is considered a small leather good, but this is like literally the same, if not more capacity than a mini with top handle. I took the mini with top handle with me in pink that I have that I really enjoyed. But look how stunning this color is. Absolutely stunning. It is on point. That same magenta pink that I like to wear in a lot of my Indian wear. Same color. I think I took a photo of it. This is good value for money. It's cheaper than a mini. It's a small leather good, so it won't take up your bag limit. And then here, you have this giant mirror when you open it, and it's a good mirror too. It opens all the way. It's a zip compartment. Inside is leather lined. Card slots, got a lipstick holder. There's enough depth to fit my phone entirely. You can hold a top handle, and the thing is I've seen vanity cases before. I've never seen something of this size, but this top handle is robust. And there's metal on the other underside, so there's a version, I don't think it comes in fuchsia, there's a version of the vanity that has the movable handle, which is also nice. This is a little bit more expensive, but it has that really sturdy handle with metal on the underside, so when you hold it, you're not so worried about the oils of your hand damaging the leather. The zipper is really smooth, and the chain is not detachable, but neither is the chain detachable on the mini with top handle. So I kind of considered this as what I was looking for, because I did want this pop of color in lambskin, because I think it looks beautiful in lambskin or smooth, you know, leathers, maybe crinkled like on the reissue. And but it didn't exist in the mini with top handle, right? And if the classic flap was offered in the lambskin, then I would have gone for it because it was different enough from the bag that I already have. But this is stunning. I've been enjoying using this style. This actually comes in a peach color. I've seen it on the website. I think they called it the dark pink, which is also very nice for spring. In the ones with the movable handle, comes in, I think, purple, comes in green. It comes in this beautiful dark green that's kind of like a metallic, it's like black but with a green hint, and it's like very, very beautiful. It almost feels like satin or fabric, but it's actually lambskin. Absolutely stunning. It comes in a smaller size as well, that's kind of half this size with the mirror. But I just like this because it fits your phone. So I use it at a party. I had like a wedding. This is like, you know, wedding week is over when you're so I did my own hair this morning for the ceremony and didn't bother taking it down. But I used it for a pre-wedding event, and it was great because I could just, like, you know, check myself in the mirror, and it just fit everything. It fit my lipstick, cash, everything that I could possibly need. And, you know, it goes well crossbody. It's not too boxy. It doesn't stick out. It's not uncomfortable. It is such a grace. Oh, and look at that. Look at the bump. I didn't even notice that. I was very excited about this bag. I think it's a small leather good, but it's a bag as well. Price point for Chanel is quite reasonable, and I just think it is good value for money. So I really like this style. So if you do like it, get your hands on it. Really, really good. Now, this is what really boggles my mind, and maybe some of you are able to explain this, but there is a wallet on chain with the same top handle as this Vanity, and it's more expensive than this. So somebody explain that to me, okay? So this is $4,500 Canadian, and this is $3,850. Same handle, more capacity, can pass for a bag. So can the wallet on chain, but the wallet on chain you're a little bit more restricted, of course, because you don't have the depth of the container. And then the one without this handle, that's a Vanity, is cheaper. So I think this is going to be the next best kept secret. So everybody was familiar with the Coco handle. Oh, by the way, I did see a lot of Coco handles. I saw a medium Coco handle in lambskin with like the metallic handle. It's like perforated. So if some of you are into, if you like the Coco handle but you want lambskin, that would be a good one if you would. But I'm not sure about the handle, and I think it adds a lot of cost. But anyway, I did see a lot of Coco handles on the shelf in the mini size, in the small size, and the medium size, all with edge stitched flaps in white, in black. There were a lot of those, actually. A lot. I was surprised that they were on the shelf, because usually those go really quick, and you're lucky if you come by a smaller mini or something like that. Well, more so small. But yeah, they were on the shelf. They were there, and I didn't see it in the color. No, I saw it in the green. I did see it in the green, and that's when I could really tell, because I could compare the green Coco handle with the green 19 bag, and the green hits different on the lambskin for sure. Not that it's not nice on the Coco handle. It's really nice on the Coco handle, but because of the caviar, it kind of distorts how the light hits the leather, so you don't get the same vibrancy, but still quite vibrant on its own, but not as vibrant as lambskin. So I saw it in green. I did see it in the dark beige, I think. I don't have a photo. But the Coco handle was the next best kept secret, because the price point compared to a classic flap or compared to other bags was lower. And then when they changed the lining to leather, they upped the price a little bit, but then they kept doing price increases, because that was the bag that everybody was going for, because you get a lot of bag for your buck in comparison to a classic, right? Like, you know, the price of a Coco handle was more than what I paid for some classic flaps in the past. So, you know, relatively speaking, people were like, oh, this is more affordable, right? So, and it's caviar. So it was a very popular bag to get sold really quickly. And now because the prices have gone up a lot, I think people are now thinking. So I think this Vanity on chain, which is a small leather good, so it doesn't eat up your bag allowance for the month. So I think now if I let the secret out, maybe some of you are, I'm late to the game with these Vanities. I think these are going to be the next popular thing that are going to get picked up, so because it's cheaper than the wallet on chain, and this is even without this robust handle, but the movable handle, it's like it knocks off another 500. So it's literally like $1,000 less than the wallet on chain. So somebody explain that to me. This has a full-on mirror, has a huge compartment, has a strap, has a top handle, has the stitching, CC on the bottom. Like there's more to this. Somebody explain, how is this cheaper than the wallet on chain, right? So usability wise, maybe the wallet on chain takes a little bit more effort to make, of course, because of all the compartments and the stitching and all that, but still, right? Like this is leather lined. So, you know, sometimes some things are priced a little bit differently. It's a little bit questionable, but I'm really a fan, and the color is what drew me in. But when I bought this, I started discovering new things about this that I just fell in love with. I absolutely love this little guy. They have this clutch with chain, which is a 2.55 clutch with chain. This, I believe, is the mini wallet on chain, which has a lot more compartments. It doesn't fit a phone, unfortunately. It can if you really force it in, but I wouldn't do that.
I forgot to mention, but this lipstick case looks really concerning and slightly offensive. And the price point is quite high for what it is. There are better lipstick cases. I actually have one that is cheaper and better made and doesn't look like a wrinkly stack. And oh look, now you can actually get 3 of them. 3 wrinkly sacks to wear. I don't know, guys. This kind of just like the lipstick case just kind of creeped me out. Like just looking at it, it just looks creepy.
This took me by surprise. This isn't even on the website, but I thought it was really nice. It's very like, I mean, right now in the summer it's hot, right? But this is very like walking around the city. It's very edgy. There's a lot of capacity into it. You can wear it like this. I can wear it on my waist if I adjust the belt. And it's like, you know, it's a fancy fanny pack, which I did not have in my collection. So this is why I got it. And I did purchase this when I was in Hawaii. I don't know how much it is in Canada because I don't think they ordered it in Canada, so I don't have a Canadian price for it. But comparing everything like so far, pricing of Chanel items in the US is more expensive than Canada by like $200-300. And then you have the exchange, and sure, there was like 4-point-something% tax, but then like you have import, and it all kind of, I think it ends up being the same. Had I bought it in other states, it'll definitely be more, but I don't know. I don't think I saved money. If anything, I probably paid more money for this than if I was to purchase it in my home city in Canada. So, but we didn't order it here, so it was worth it in the end, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm babbling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to see if there was anything left over at launch in Toronto, and I didn't take photos of things. Oh, there's a jacket that I saw that was really nice. It's fully wool. I'll insert photos here and maybe of me trying it on. They didn't have, like, I fit into a few. It was just very open sizing, so I could kind of fit across like 3 different sizes. So let's see if I get that. I don't know. Let's see. So that was a really nice one. So if my size comes in, I can take a look and see if it fits me. If not, no big deal. There also, I forgot to mention, there were metallic leather Chanel 22s in purple, in gray. So if you're into that, but I don't know, I think I saw Romina Rose May do a video. I just saw the title, something about quality. So I'll have to watch her video and see what's wrong. But I know the metallic leathers were quite popular, and people were looking, because they're very different, right? It's different. So, but any metallicized leather or glazed leather, they're not necessarily the most durable, because if the metallic coloring or whatever it is that's on top wears off, you can't really do anything. Versus if it was a solid color, perhaps there's a little bit more you can do to remediate the situation. But I don't know, I'm gonna have to watch her video because I don't know, but they did look really pretty. I think I saw one in person, but I didn't bother taking a photo, but I did see it. It was really, really stunning. Okay, now I'm gonna stop. I will see you in my next video. Bye.